What's up, you guys? Welcome back to TILAGO'S Tidbits. I am Tiffany, aka Tilago for those of you who may not know, and I'm the girl who is helping you guys to discover and live out your God-given purpose. And I'm doing so by also giving you tips and tools on how to develop a more positive and motivated mindset, okay? So first off, I just want to say thank you for continuing to support and watch and come back to this channel and hear what I have to say and listen to me chit chat. I know that I said every video in the month of February was going to be focused around a life lesson that I have learned, but today's video is going to be a little different. It is going to be kind of a life lesson, but it's going to be more so a chit chat. And I also have a quick announcement, so I want to make sure that you guys watch the entire video. Okay, so let's get into what I want to chit chat about. I'm going to try to make this really quick, okay? So stay tuned. All right, so the life lesson or the thing that I want to chit chat about today is something that is currently going on in my life right now, and that is to actually evaluate where you are in your life and what you're doing in your life so that you do not reach overwhelm. Okay, like don't try to do too much. I don't know which sentence of that needs to be considered the life lesson, but basically it just means don't try to do too much. Don't try to put your hand in too many pots. Don't try to create too many things at one time. And so I'm not overwhelmed right now. Like, I don't want to say that I'm overwhelmed right now, but I do have a lot that I've kind of like committed to, and now I have to reevaluate everything and rededicate everything. Because ultimately, in a spiritual sense, and I always say in a spiritual sense, but that's really the essence of who I am. We are all spiritual beings. So my faith is huge, okay? So everything that I do, I try to make sure that it is aligned with what I believe, with who God has created me to be, with what He has for me to do. So spiritual sense for me is literally like my life sense. It's not just a spiritual sense. So anyway, in that sense though, you have to make sure that you actually talk to God and speak to Him about the things that you are planning to do in order to see if they are even in alignment with what your purpose is or in alignment with the plans that He has for you. And the Bible does say that if you, first of all, my favorite verse, Proverbs 16:3, it says, commit your ways unto the Lord, whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. So it's kind of like if you just commit, if you would just submit and surrender everything to Him, then He will show you the way, right? He will show you the plans that He has for you. He will show you what you need to do every step of the way, right? Another verse, do I know the actual verse? I don't know the actual verse, but it talks about if you would just submit to God, basically, He will give you the desires of your heart. I know it's in Psalm, I think. It'll be linked down below, but whenever you submit, He gives you the desires of your heart so that your desires align and match up with His desires. So, said all that to say, I need to take a step back, take a step away. That's the announcement. Take a step away from YouTube for just a few weeks. Hopefully, if it's longer, it's longer, but I want to make sure that I tell you guys so that you don't just come over here like, wait, what happened to her? She just disappeared. But I think that God is telling me that it's time for me to make sure that I am rededicating and making sure that I'm submitting this channel to Him, because ultimately He is the one who has given me these plans, these desires. So I have to make sure that how I'm using this platform, how I'm using what He's given me is glorifying Him, right? Is not putting the focus on me, is not just turning everything towards me. So I think that, like I said, I'm not at the overwhelmed part yet, and I'm not at the point to where I'm like just wanting to give up on everything, but I don't want to get to that point, and I feel myself getting there. So you're probably like, well, what do you have going on, right? So of course I have this channel. I started a book club that also might be getting the nicks, because I don't know if I truly sought God whenever I started the book club. And I mean, like, I enjoy it. I enjoy reading the books, but I want to make sure that it's impacting in the way that it's supposed to be impacting, and it's building a community in the way that it's supposed to be. So if you're in the book club, hey, that might be getting cut too. But I have, so this channel, YouTube, the book club, I have, I'm doing stuff at church, so I've started to serve more. I've started to connect more with people at the church and in my small group. So I am like doing stuff within those groups. So it's like, I just want to make sure that I'm not losing focus, losing the essence of who I am and the essence of who God created me to be, and I'm not tainting and poisoning the things that he has given me. So like I said, I truly believe, and I say this all the time, that God is the one who has given us a purpose. He's the one who's created us with a purpose for our lives. And ultimately that purpose is going to be for other people. It is supposed to help the lives of other people, but ultimately, it is to glorify him. Our main purpose is to use our lives, use these things that we were not even deserving of, for him. We're supposed to be doing everything we do for him. So that is not me saying like, oh, when I come back, this is going to be like solely just me talking about scripture, or me talking about my faith, or me talking about whatever. But at the same time, like, I wouldn't be ashamed if that's what it is, because I'm not ashamed of my faith. I'm not ashamed of who God has created me to be. I'm not ashamed of who I am in him. So that's just what it is, if that's what the channel is whenever I come back. But okay, so you're probably like, well, how did you come to this conclusion, right? Well, you might not be like that, but I'm going to tell you. So God speaks through many different avenues, any avenue at all he can speak through. The ways that he speaks to me the most is, of course, through his word, just reading the Bible, through other people, just randomly, or at church or whatever. He speaks through people to me, and he also speaks through promptings to me. So the way that he did, that he told me this, or that he's kind of like giving me peace in making this decision to take a step away, is first of all, my brother has been telling me a lot lately, and I don't know where it came from, but he's been telling me, you know, don't beat yourself up, don't force anything. You always talk about wanting to be authentic, so I want to make sure that you know that we're okay if you don't post all the time. Like, if you only post when you feel that it's right for you. And the bigger part of me wants to be like, no, like, I'm trying to be consistent. I want to make sure I'm showing up whenever I tell people I'm showing up, like whatever. So that was taking a toll on me, but ultimately he's right. Like, I only want to post when it's something that I feel or a time that I feel I really want to post, or I really have something to say to you guys, and something that you guys can really be impacted by. I understand that a lot of you are being impacted by the things that I've said on this channel already, which is amazing. I'm already super proud of where the channel is going. I'm very excited about it. I'm happy about what I've created and the community that we've started to build here. But I think that if I continue in the way that I'm going, because I'm getting to that point to where I'm like, I don't know what to talk about. Like, what do I tell these people? What am I saying this week? What am I saying next week? You know, so if I keep going that way, then I'm gonna end up turning it on myself. So another person who who God spoke through to me was my cousin, who is also one of my best friends, who's also the father of my godson, who's also, no, I'm just kidding, but he's an awesome guy. So I was talking to him. We have a lot of deep conversations all the time. But I was telling him about how, you know, like, as a creative and doing YouTube and doing, you know, stuff on Instagram and Facebook or whatever, sometimes I feel like I don't know what to say. I don't have anything to say. Like, is this really what I'm supposed to be putting out into the world, right? And he was like, well, something that helps me, because he's also a young adult pastor. He's also a very creative, or has a very creative mind. So he is always creating things. He said one thing that really helps me is like asking myself, like, did you pray about it? Like, did you ask God, what should I be saying, right? And I realized, like, in that moment, like, maybe not. Like, maybe, not even a maybe. No, I'm not praying about every single video that I put out. I'm not praying about everything that I say on the channel. And a lot of times it's because I'm trying to be so consistent, trying to post for you guys twice a week, that I tell God, like, I don't have time to pray to you right now. Like, I think that you're telling me to say this, so this is just what I'm going to say. But anyway, y'all, so that's how God has spoken to me through other people. So I have come to the conclusion that I just need to take a step back, and that this is just going to be a time for me to refocus, rededicate this channel back to him, so that I can understand and hear clearly, because I told you guys he's been giving me a lot of clarity. So I do believe wholeheartedly, fully, that he's going to tell me exactly how I'm supposed to come back and how I'm supposed to use this channel going forward, and how you guys are supposed to be impacted. So there's no doubt in my mind that I'm not going to be back. Basically, I'm gonna be back, okay? Like, that's what I'm trying to say. And like I said, I hope it's not like super long, but if it is, then that's just what it is. But I promise I will be back to you guys to help you discover, live out your God-given purpose, to help you get these tips for a more positive and motivated mindset, because that is what I know that I am supposed to be doing. I just have to figure out and hear God on how exactly he wants me to do it, okay? So again, I really do appreciate you guys. I really do thank you for supporting me and coming back all the time and commenting and sharing. Like, you guys are the bomb.kism, okay? Like, I really am very appreciative of you. But ultimately, I've got to make sure that this channel is something that is glorifying God. So that's why I'm gonna take a step back and just refocus, rededicate. So no, you won't see me for a few weeks, or it might be a month, I don't know, but you will see me after that. And the other thing is, there's like 60 something videos on this channel. Like, I didn't even realize I've done that much, but there's so many videos that I know all of you have not seen every single one of. So if you just are missing my face, you're missing my voice, you're missing my vibe, then just go watch another video, because like I said, I'm already proud of what I've put out. I'm already excited about what's out here and what's on the channel and what I've created. So I know that it can still impact you in a great way. So basically, this whole video, the lesson that I want to give you guys is, when you're starting to feel overwhelmed, or when you feel like you're getting to the brink of overwhelm, really take a step back and ask yourself first, did I ask God about these things that I'm doing? Did I ask him, should I be doing these certain things? And did he actually reveal? Did I wait patiently until he told me what I should be doing and how I should be doing it and how I should be using it? Because ultimately, if you are getting ahead of God, who is the one who created you, who is the one who's created the plan for you, if you're getting ahead of him, then yes, you are going to get to a point of overwhelm, because you are trying to do everything in your own power and in your own strength. And we are not as big or as strong or as powerful as or as mighty as God is. And if you would just get in alignment with him, with all of your plans, then I promise you that you will have the strength that he has. Like, he will grant you that strength, because you are saying, okay, I surrender all of this to you. I am a part of your plan. I'm a part of your story. So I want to make sure that everything that I do is for you. And then ultimately, he will give you all the desires of your heart. He will show you all the plans. He will give you all the details. You just got to slow down enough, or speed up enough if you need to move a little bit faster, to make sure that you are in alignment with him. So I think that that is all I have to say today. Might be a little bittersweet for some of you guys, but like I said, it's not a big deal. I'm gonna be back. It's just that, you know, there comes a time in everyone's life. No, but there really does come a time in many different seasons of life where you just gotta reel it in, reel it in. So right now I'm planning to also be off of social media for a little while. Like, I just need to go to God, okay? And like, ask him about everything, since that's who I trust in, that's who I have my faith in. So that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I hope that you guys kind of enjoyed this, or understood what I was trying to say, and you understand me leaving. Another thing I kind of want to throw out there is, like, I will gladly take suggestions on what you guys want to see more of from me. If you know me, then you know what kind of person I am. And if you've been coming back on this channel, then you know what kind of things I like to talk about. But if there's something that you're like, Tiff might be the one that can help me with this, or she might be the one who can give me a different perspective on this part of life, or this aspect of life, or how to do this, or when to do this, or where to, you know, whatever, then make sure you comment down below and leave your suggestions about what you would love for me to put out there for you guys, to help you guys in order, or whenever I do return, because I will be reading those later. I will be reading them after I've talked to God, okay, to see if your stuff is in alignment with it. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, I'm gonna make sure that everything is in alignment. So that, I'm super excited. Like, I think whenever I come back, things are gonna be awesome, amazing, even better than they are now. So make sure that you comment down below with your suggestions and how you feel about me just taking a little step back. Make sure that you also subscribe to the channel if you're not. Subscribe. I know I'm taking a step back, but make sure that you're subscribed and you click the bell beside it, so that you get notified when I do return to the YouTube world, okay? Because that's the only way you're gonna know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pop up one day and you're gonna have missed like 5 videos, because I'm gonna have been back for 5 weeks. No, but anyways, make sure you subscribe and make sure you click the bell beside it. And that is all. So thanks for listening to me chit chat, and make sure that you are seeking God and you're taking those moments to rededicate or refocus, or just understand what you're supposed to be doing in your life more whenever you start to feel overwhelmed. And catch me in the next video, where we will continue on this journey to a life with a more positive and motivated mindset. And until next time, always remember, above all else, spread love.